Charron. I don't see Charron's name.
He said he was back, but I don't see him.
Charron, put your name. Put your request in there, Whistle Dick. You like Whistle Dick?
Fucking Dick. I don't know what to call that.
I got fired from a job for that.
What, you call the boss a Whistle Dick?
No, I call it a customer's Whistle Dick. All day, every day I did. Charron, come on.
I hate my Charron.
Yeah, I got pulled aside from my boss. He goes, so, Whistle Dick, eh? They had to let me go. Charron, how do I request?
Sign out
and sign back in. Charron. Oh, yo. By the way, shout out Quads Inc. This shit is the bomb, man. It's super bomb. I love this shit. Come on, Charron, would you? There you are. Ah, boys, talking on a yak back. Remember that?
Yeah.
Littles, these small shafts.
Man, his phone is terrible.
Yo, you know what, man? Little's, he's a manager and all that shit, but he would be great to have on a real podcast. This motherfucker, yeah, I was probably wasting. Yeah. Oh, well, tell her I apologize.
I remember, like, one of the Wild 'N Out girls was like, "Oh, Charron, how could you? Have you seen she was crying already?"
I don't battle for another 6 months, so I'm really just taking it easy. I want to start a podcast. I want to do, shit like this. I want to do comedy skits. I want to record. I want to just do a lot of other shit but battle rap because, as we know, battle rap is for losers.
Heck, I've been doing it for 10 years.
I'm just joking, but you know what I mean. I just want to, widen my horizons with us. So, yo, I didn't come on here like a lot of people like will have like structured questions and shit like that. I don't. Can you tell me, maybe I'm just thinking of something off the top. Can you tell me, maybe what is the most like awkward moment you've ever had on Wild 'N Out? Maybe something that no one knows. Or I don't know if you can think of anything off the top of the head, like a really weird, awkward moment.
Yeah, so all of the awkward moments I had haven't aired. So if you're seeing stuff that's awkward, there's way more awkward moments that haven't aired. So one that comes to mind immediately was, did you guys see the Azalea Banks episode?
I did, but I didn't see your part.
Yeah, so what happened in the part, so what a lot of people didn't know, so I did 3 seasons of Wild 'N Out, and then they didn't actually bring me back for my 4th season. They didn't bring back a lot of people like Timothy DeLaGhetto, Carlos Miller, but I said, I really want to be on there still, so I flew out there, stayed on Justina Valentine.
Not to cut you off, I tell that story to everyone about how dedicated you are, and I tell that story. Anyways, elaborate, go on.
So I fly out there on my own dollar, stay on Justina Valentine's couch. I show up to the set every day, just telling the producers if there's a spot for me, I could go on. And I was there for like 2 weeks, didn't get on any episodes, and they finally put me on one episode, the Young M.A. episode. I kill it. And then the next episode they put me on is the Azalea Banks episode. So I'm like, yo, I got my job back. I just killed that Young M.A. episode, body conceited. And then Azalea Banks starts freaking out and calling DC racist and all this stuff, and they cut the show because she was like crying, and we were playing a game called So Petty. And then I was up next in line to go, and I was like, I'm going to say my stuff anyways. I haven't got any episodes this season. So she was already crying from DC, and I'm like, yo, my man Nick Cannon is so petty. And then everyone's like, how petty is he? And I was like, when he brought Azalea on the show, and then the producers jumped in and were like, Charron, don't say it. What are you going to say? And I wasn't going to say anything crazy, but I was going to say, like, when he said Azalea was his favorite female rapper, he was really talking about Iggy Azalea. It's something light, but they would have liked that. Yeah. And all of a sudden, Azalea Banks starts freaking out more and crying and runs off stage. And then I remember, like, one of the Wild 'N Out girls was like, oh, Charron, how could you? Have you seen she was crying already? I was like, and I'm standing there, and like all the producers are just looking at me with that smug face, like, what did you just do? And I'm like, fuck, I just got my job back and lost it. And then there was that one there, but she ended up coming back. And then another episode, my second most awkward moment, this guy named Rip Michael, so he's a black comedian on the show, and there's a game called Goddamn where you're roasting each other, and we're roasting each other, saying some things, and he's like, Charron, you seem pretty comfortable around black people. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. And he's like, have you been around this many N-words before? And I was like, yeah, I have. And as soon as I said, yeah, I have, everyone in the crowd was like, oh, did he just call us the N-word? I was like, no, I didn't say it. And everyone was like, oh, it's a trick question. I don't know, it was mad awkward. It wasn't a good look, but that's about it. And then any other dancing game I play is always an awkward moment.
You don't have a lighter on you, man. Fucking lighter on here somewhere. Fuck them. Woman probably took it.
Quake, how you been, bro?
Good, man. How you been? Everything good?
Everything's good, man. I'm still waiting for another Quake song on the radio. That shit was playing in Ottawa all the time for a couple months, man.
Yeah, it was a fluke, man. I don't know.
Later, he actually responded to it and went, it was trending on Twitter and people were talking about it. And then the next day, he actually slid in my DMs and said, I respect you.
I just want to chuck an N on there.
That'd be, yo, Pat, you would actually kill it on Wild 'N Out, for real.
I'd love to get on there, man. I'm just not as fucking clearly as dedicated as you, man. I would love to get on there. You know how many times people say, yo, Pat, you need to go on there. So naturally, you should be like, okay, let me make a post right now being like, put me on. But I haven't. The last year I've been working really hard. I like to think so. But not 1/10 as hard as you. And that's why I actually like to talk to people like you, because you're constantly doing something. And you're, you know what I mean? And you worked for your position. You know I'm not Dick Rod. You know I'm the realest dude. Like, you worked for your position, man.
He must have told you about, you were telling me that time when you were doing the Freestyle Friday 106 in Park, you were getting a train there every week or something on your own dollar. Is that true? Something like that?
Yeah, so I wanted to be on, that was one of my main goals when I first started. I think that was my main goal when I first started to freestyle rap, was I wanted to win the show Jin was on. I didn't even know what it was called, Freestyle Friday. And they didn't even allow Canadians on the show, so I got my fans to do a petition on Twitter. They got, so many retweets. That's what's good about battle rap. Pat, you did that for Big Brother too. That for Big Brother, like battle rap fans will actually ride for you when it comes to other opportunities. They'll retweet the hell out of you. So they gave me an opportunity. I auditioned for it. Jin was judging, which was dope. Killed everyone there. And then every week I had to go up and I took a Greyhound at 8 p.m. I'd arrive at 8 a.m. In New York, and I didn't have enough money to get hotels or anything, so I didn't even have the studio opened up at noon, so I'd walk around New York for 4 hours, get breakfast, go into the studio. We battle at like 2 p.m., finish by like 3, and then my Greyhound was at like 8 p.m. again, so I just chill in New York, walk around for like 5 hours, and I did that for like 7 weeks in a row or something.
Can you get in the light more or something like that, because no one can see who you are or anything like that, you know what I mean?
I can't even see myself. It says Pat Stay wants you to be in their live video, and I'm saying go live with Pat, and it's not clicking anything.
No, we can see you.
Can you see me right here? Is this better?
Yeah, you can see it better there, man. You can see it better. And by the way, I liked your new hairdo in the last 6 months. It's dope. Appreciate it.
So yeah, anyways, I did that. I was Greyhounded there and back for weeks at a time. Ended up winning, and they weren't giving us any money. Like people, the way I was making money was I was shouting out people. King of the Dot, I was wearing their shirt every week, and they're paying for my train ticket. And then I was shouting out people's brands for like $300 to $500. So before I go on, the beat would start, and it'd be like, "Yo, shout out to Street Chic Apparel or something." Boom, make some money just doing that, and then. Yeah, that was about it. I ended up, they gave us like $100 of Taco Bell gift cards every time we won, and I won like so many weeks in a row. I almost had $1,000 of Taco Bell gift cards, man. And I remember I took my family out. There's 7 of us in my family, 5 kids, so I took us all out to Taco Bell, and they don't work in Canada. So I was like, fuck, I'm not paying for like my whole family. So my dad had to end up paying for everyone's Taco Bell. They're a little pissed about that. And then I won the $5,000 in the cipher, and then the motherfuckers didn't even put me on the cipher.
Yeah, what was that supposed to be? You were supposed to be on the BET Awards cipher, and then what did they say? They just said no?
They didn't say anything. All of a sudden, I see the cipher. I kept messaging them about the cipher, got no responses, and I see it on TV and shit, and I was like, what the hell? And yeah, they emailed me back after it aired. They're like, "Oh, sorry, we didn't have room or whatever," but it was in the contract. So I put out a diss track to them, and that went viral, like double XL. Everyone posted that, the source. And then I had a bunch of lawyers calling me too, saying like, "Yo, this is a case of injustice and discrimination," and they wanted to. I had 2 lawyers want to do it pro bono, like we could take this and sue BET. And I was like, man, like I don't want to be known as that white rapper that sued Black Entertainment Television.
A racial injustice.
Listen, man.
There, and it's like, blah blah blah. You look like this person and this person had a baby together, and like some of their stuff, like a lot of their stuff is like. It's like 2009 battle rap. It's not like as advanced as what we do, so you kind of have to dumb it down a bit too. It's not like you can't, because I did a couple jokes there where it was like intricate, like double entendres, and the crowd's not trying to think. They just want to hear like, "You look like this person with AIDS," and they're like, "Oh, that's hilarious." Like they don't want to hear double entendres.
Which is cool because it's naturally like maybe the first thing we think about, or like, you know what I mean, like. That's why Wild 'N Out's so dope. Like, sometimes you'll think of something to battle rap, be like, "Oh, it's too simple." But you know it'll get a crazy crowd reaction. That's why Wild 'N Out's perfect, because it's like you don't have to think too deep at all. It's literally probably the first joke you think of and put it out there, and it's a haymaker, right?
Yeah. I mean, the episode's about to air soon, but the loudest reaction I ever got, I was battling Conceited, and it was the Young M.A. episode, and Young M.A. was on his team, and she had her arm around Conceited, and I was like, "Conceited, you always act like a tough dude, but I'd punk you. You're such a pussy that Young M.A. would fuck you," and like the whole crowd just went crazy. That wouldn't be like a haymaker on King of the Dot or Smack, but on Wild 'N Out crowd, they went crazy for that. Like,
has anybody ever called her a young man?
I think you
I see right now. I just want to chuck an N on there.
That'd be, yo, Pat, you would actually kill it on Wild 'N Out, for real.
I'd love to get on there, man. I'm just not as fucking clearly as dedicated as you, man. I would love to get on there. You know how many times people say, "Yo, Pat."
From battle rap, he's seen a couple of my battles, but I definitely wasn't.
It doesn't always come. Like, that shit came just on accident, just making a song, you know? So
right.
Yeah.
That's cool, though. I like that song. Yo, I seen someone actually make a post and talk back the other day about an all Scotian event. Would you ever battle again on King of the Dot?
Man, I don't know. Someone asked me this yesterday, and man, I don't know if I'm built for that shit anymore. Like the shit you guys go through, like the fucking nerves and all that shit. Like, man, that's a whole different game. Like, I don't know if I can do. Oh, fuck. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I got a lot of respect for you guys, because that shit, I don't know if I can do that, man. It's just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
This shit has evolved so far. It's like I'm not in that lane anymore, man. It's too nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah, no, it is definitely nerve-wracking. I've noticed live followers have dropped about half since I've been on, so my apologies to
Yo, how did you get on Wild 'N Out? Like, explain that to us. Like, did Nick Cannon personally call you? Like,
no, fucking yeah.
Is it what you just said? Like, that was the first show you went on? You just hung around the set?
You don't remember?
No. That was when I already. So what happened was I was actually in Halifax, and I was just, being a degenerate. I was hungover. I was visiting my parents at their house, and then my mom was like, "Hey, I seen on Twitter that Nick Cannon called out Eminem." I'm like, "All right, cool." She's like, "Yeah, you should do something about that." And I was like, "All right." And then I thought about it. I'm like, "All right, I'm going to call out Nick Cannon then, because Eminem didn't respond." And he called out Eminem for $100,000. So I was like, right away in my head, I was like, "Oh shit, I need to accept it for $100,000, or else it doesn't mean anything." So I called TD. I was like, "Yo, can you guys get some Brinks trucks? Like, how quick could you get them? I wanted $100,000 cash to flash on camera." And I said it would take weeks to do, and I was like, fuck it. So I just got a bank slip, did a call out to Nick Cannon, flashed that I had the money, and then
that we saw online. The freestyle you did, or the verse you did against Nick Cannon, like that we all saw online. That's what started.
Yeah, so I did that, and then I put it out, and everyone's like, Nick Cannon's not going to respond to it. And then like 2 or 3 days later, he actually responded to it, and it went, was trending on Twitter, and people were talking about it. And then the next day, he actually slid in my DMs and said, I respect your tenacity. You're a real G for that one. And then he said, I want to get you on the show. So they got me a work visa. It took like a year to get all the paperwork done. And then, they got me on the show.
He didn't know you prior to you putting that up there. Like he didn't know you from a hole in the wall.
He knew me from battle rap. He's seen a couple of my battles, but I definitely wasn't like on his radar to bring on the show.
That's crazy, man.
But that's how that is Charron. Like,
no, I know.
So I tell people that like, if anybody ever like tries to like just like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Downplay, discredit.
I think you're trying to say discredit.
Charron, I'm always like, bro, you don't know the things that he does to get where he's at. It's like, I was in LA with him. This guy's like, yo, I'm just going to this Jeff Ross guys. I don't know the exact story, but I remember I was with you. You're just like, I'm just going to go like pretty much bombard him or whatever. Like, I'm going to go to his show or to his house or whatever the fuck he did or whatever. And you ended up working with him, didn't you?
Yeah, I ended up working. I battled one of their top guys there and ended up beating him in a roast battle. So it was just, you just go there and you just tell people.
Is the roast battle easier because you're used to pretty much doing that same thing but making it rhyme?
That's discrimination, and they want straight face. I don't know how you did it.
I'm actually getting a couple GoPros in the next couple weeks, and I'm going
on top of the world. You're like, yeah, it's fucking battle rap, and I was like, he's right.
But yo, this is actually how me and Corey became real close because he understood. Well, how about Rob Whiskey?
All these guys were nice people. I enjoyed their company. They were cool people.
Playing political. Making you look like the bad guy.
Yeah. How about
It's a conspiracy, maybe.
How about Psycho?
Psycho is a great guy. I remember I battled Psycho. That was one of my biggest battles, actually. Psycho. That shit was hilarious. You just gotta look for a believable person up there.
Scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate when people ask you to freestyle?
Here's the thing, I don't mind freestyling if the vibe is right. You know, if we're drinking a bit and it's a small crowd of people I know and a beat is on, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I'll drop something. I don't mind that at all. But I hate it when it's like you go to your friend's house and they're like, hey mom, this is my friend Pat or Corey, and like he's a battle rap. Like, do something. You've dealt with that a million times. Do a rap for us, and you're like, oh, I don't want to. And they're like, come on, do a rap.
Yeah, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. Corey's a rapper, actually. Show him rap.
Like spit. I'm like, fuck. And like I always say, like the scenario is like if you're at a party and so like, what are you doing? Like, oh, I'm a hairdresser. You're not gonna be like, oh, do you mind giving me a quick fade right now? Like you got your equipment on you. Like you don't say that to any other profession. Like psychologist, you're not like, oh, do you want to? Can you give me a diagnosis? Like, but you say, oh, I'm a rapper. They're like, spit a 16. Like, fuck. No. I'm not trying to rap right now.
So if I chucked you a couple words, you wouldn't want to do it right now, maybe.
I mean, we on the live right now. We could do a freestyle right now. I don't mind.
That's cool. That's why he's the best. Quick, chuck him one, man. Well, I swear this guy, by the way, B grade is on there.
No, I seen you the first time. I don't know if you remember. I don't know how I met you or whatever. But I thought I was dope at that. Like, this was probably like 10 years ago. And people throwing words. And then when I saw you do it, I was like, holy fuck. Like, just a whole new level. But yeah, when you did the Tim Westwood shit and we were going through all the records, did you have to get a little buzz on to feel loose, or is that something you did sober? Like, did you what records?
I've never anything you've seen me do on camera besides interviews. Like, I've never had a sip of alcohol before I've performed ever.
Yeah.
Smart. I usually have one, if that, or maybe half of one, to slightly kill the nerves.
Right. I mean, like, if I'm doing a show, like, when I was on tour with, like, Woo Block and shit, and it's like, you know, you're just doing songs, like, yeah, I'll get drunk because you're just repeating songs. But when I have to actually think on my feet and have you know, freestyle, I'm never drinking or anything.
You don't think freestyle makes you think a little quicker, having a little buzz on?
it will give me a better flow if I'm on beat because I have more confidence. So I'm able to get more loose with it, but I don't think it gives me better punchlines.
Okay. No, that's what's up.
I say, yo, fireball.
Hey, you want to talk about a fireball? Shit, I'm on the web and I ain't talking when a spider crawl. I'll make your eyes dissolve. Top 3, I am all. Watch how I block you down on the internet. That shit's a firewall. I got fireballs coming back like it's Dragon Ball. Crazy, y'all. So much knowledge inside my brain it could break your skull. And that's how I come back. The shit's Corey Charron. What are you saying right now? I got no bars because I got a horrible phone. I'll torture your soul. I got the sound breaking. People coming out here, I got your town thinking. We would quake, but everything I spit is groundbreaking. With Pat Stay, how you not a man. You don't clap lead, crack heads, that's word to holler hand. But how you going back? You don't want to test me? Hey, yo, Pat Stay, you ain't even fresh, B. I'm the champion of the year. I'll roll up with 10 G's. You don't want to check me. This shit's an easy body. West Coast, you get ghosts. That's where the Geechee Gotti and people coming back now. And I ain't the rapper that's saying the shit's lyrical. To beat me in Scotia, shh, I'll turn you to Casper. It's going to take a miracle. And why you really those people coming back like the running back, I be killing you. I wish you would like a lumberjack. You something whack. And that's how the shit that you follow. And I was watching the Indianapolis game earlier and got a cult following. Who you really calling me? I've been a prodigy. My mob is deep and you can't handle it. Corey, chilling with Pat. We talking about all of these battle rap stories. I think the shit is really corny. And that's how you know that the duck's off. Wait, that's why he's taking 6 months off. But wait, you ain't even give me another word. What's the next topic? You said fireball? Well, I'm throwing this shit. You can't stop it.
Budweiser.
Hey, yo, talking about the Budweiser. Off top, I'm a punchliner. Going off top like a sun visor with my swerve on. I'm a drunk driver. You don't want to go against me, and you know that I got those. Off top like Corona bottles, but with the Budweiser, you get a gap in your teeth. Shit, I got a buzz in Scotia. They call me Alexander Keith. So why you want to come against me and I run like this? You better give your bud some quite sips to get a buzz like this. I'm coming back and I be flowing the rhymes. I ain't got a Budweiser, but I give you Corona the lime, because Charron.
Toronto Blue Jays.
What?
Toronto Blue Jays.
Toronto Blue Jays.
Hey, that's how it's coming back, and now it's Toronto Blue Jays. Your girl full of cream, we call that Wu-Tang. You better bolt if you sang. I kick it with the fireball. I bring it back like Luke Kane. But wait, they're coming back and I'm spitting the crack. It's like the Blue Jays, because I am fire off of the bat. You want to come against me, but my stuff fire. Talking about Blue Jays, well, I'm at home right now like an umpire. My stuff's wiser and coming back with the wordplay. They say I'm a virgin. I ain't even been to third base. But my words great, coming back, you know that I'll see you. With your girl, I could motherfucker be boning the diva. I throw it down like a bat with Jose Batista. You coming back and I'm the hardest rhymer with the Blue Jays in baseball. You know that my bars are fire. I've been juicing your girl like she Mark McGuire or Barry Bonds. I'm gold medal, I never carry bronze. And now you rap Shinoa. With Blue Jays, I'm a Casanova. I got the Blue Jays on. They match it, yo, bro, because I got your girl going back and we have Coronas. But when you talking about baseball, so off the bat, I'll own you and have you changing colors. That's word to Sammy Sosa, huh?
How is every line a punchline?
Yo, what else we got? Come on, give it to him. Give it to him. Yo, medicinal, no.
Medical marijuana?
Medical marijuana.
Hey, yo, we talking about medical marijuana? Well, who wants to smoke? Because with the flow that I got, all of that shit's dope. And I'll be ripping you. Right now I'm hitting you with medical marijuana. Get my buzz on without the indica or the sativa. I'm whiz kid, that's word to Khalifa. I could burn him and that's half of the reefer. How you really see the person coming in with the team route? I'm making this money while I'm smoking. They call that the green out. What's your team bout? And I be spitting this stuff with medical marijuana is like my flow because I'm keeping it blunt, with you lined up in the flowing legit.
R. Kelly.
Battle, this shit is 3 zips. Your team quick with the flow hot. Hey yo, medical marijuana. Shout out to the sponsor, King of the Dot. This shit is Ghost Drops, because you know that which ironically rhymes with. Hey yo, you know that I spit raw. In Toronto, I'm Chris Bosch. People see me, I'm a big boss like Rick Ross. And with R. Kelly, I'm about to leave you pissed off. because I'm coming back to the 16. You don't want to get these. And with R. Kelly, everybody hating on these 16s with the spit of flow. Every time you get it, bro, hey, yo, I got lines like I'm sniffing blow. I'm old school like a gigolo, but I got so many highs I can't even pick a low. Dragging balls with the deuce, and that's Bigelow. Hey, you don't know that I stop it. Pat Stay, you with Roan, going down on him. You really want it. You like R. Kelly's victims where you trapped in the closet. And yo, you know that kind of crack. The people want to see this. I can see where your girl's vagina's at on the China map. And this is how you know that I got the interviews like I'm China Mac. And with your bars like R. Kelly's victims, they kind of trap. So why you buying that? I hit you with a spinal tap. And this is how the people want to see me when my rhymes react. So R. Kelly, shit, I don't know how I'm flipping. I'm still going to sing along in the club when they play the remix to Ignition. I don't care how many bitches pissing on or pissed on, how they whipping. That's just how you put a man in a really different position. But
Fitness,
that's
good
why people are going in with the, what's that?
Good Life Fitness.
I can't hear it.
Good Life Fitness.
Hey, yo, Good Life Fitness. I got some hood life in this, and I could bring it back reverse on you. You could be Suge Knight's witness. I go and I spit it hot. I got the bars even though I ain't at the gym a lot. You want to go against me, you better look tough, because I ain't even doing that shit, but with your bars I bring them push up. My words are just greater. We bring me to good life, you better learn in it greater, because my verses are tailored to bring your rep up like a personal trainer. You cannot even stop me. For good life, I was right back at my body, and people really want to stop me, but this is how I spit it fresh. We talking about good life, well, you can't even afford fit for less, but wait, my words are win when I turn to him. It's ironic we talking about good life when I just murdered Jims. You ain't even heard of him. And my flow will take. My name ain't even on good life because I'm holding weight. Hey, yo, why we talking about good life and people really want to stop you? I see him and out and I ain't even sitting in the sauna. That's how I got you. Better get your bars up when I start stuff. We talking about ghost drops and miracle marijuana when I spark blunts. They already brought up ghost drops, which I said ironically rhymes with smoke pot. You got no cock like Bruce Jenner post-op. Get thrown off a boat dock. You dying like don't flop, don't watch. Right now we got 91 viewers, which is ironic. I was born in 91. I'm trying to keep the shit truer. Now it's 88, because my last two opponents, Jims and Sirius Jones, are 8 and 8. You get broken like a paper plate. And since we talk about miracle marijuana, you get smoke early like a wake and bake. Now it's saying 80 rappers out here, I ate some more. But I could evolve some more with green like Bulbasaur and put you on ice when I got the 4 like Bobby Orr. Off the dome, they call me Pauly Shore. Quake, stay, do you want some more?
Man, that's crazy.
Hey, the GOAT, the greatest of all.
I think you're the greatest freestyler ever. Has to be.
No, he is. He is.
I think so. I think so.
No, bro, but
who else could do that?
Here's the thing, man.
Who else could do that? No,
we're trapped in this whole thing, like
King Los, maybe, like.
But no,
I'm not
punch for punch like that.
Oh no! Listen, I hung with him, right? And he can freestyle really, really good. Like, if it's on a beat, he's going to win.
But there's not every line with him's a punchline with Charron.
Right. There's no one can think like that, man. Yeah. No one can think like that. So, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They can't. And we're stuck in this box to think, like, oh, shit, it's just 26 seconds left.
I think you can only stay an hour at a time.
Oh, shit. All right, hey, I'll be right back. I got to quit before, because if I didn't get this, I'd be pissed. And this is a good session, man.